This video is a guide to the basic Vanguard tank single target rotation. First off, you want to make sure that you're using Ion Cell, which increases threat generation and armor as well as reduces all incoming damage by 5%. Attacking while an Ion Cell has a chance to deal additional energy damage. You have three main abilities that spend ammo. The first is Stock Strike, which is a melee attack that hits for a large amount of kinetic damage and applies the dot effect of your Ion Cell. The second is High Impact Bolt, which is a hard-hitting ranged attack that requires your target to be suffering from periodic damage. Third is Ion Pulse, which is a medium damage, short-range ability with no cooldown. This is the ability that you will be spamming when the first two are on cooldown and you have extra ammo to spare. You also have three abilities that allow you to regenerate ammo, either actively or passively. The simplest is Hammer Shot. This is your low damage, free ability that allows your ammo to regenerate at its natural rate. The second is Energy Blast, which only becomes active when you have 3 stacks of Power Screen. It is off the global cooldown, and when cast, it restores 8 ammo and increases shield absorption by 25% for 6 seconds. The third is Pulse Cannon, which is a 3-second channeled conal attack that deals a high amount of energy damage to all enemies in front of you. Through talents, damaging attacks have a 15% chance to grant Pulse Engine, which causes your next pulse cannon used within 10 seconds to tick twice as fast and cost no ammo. You should only use pulse cannon on a single target attack when pulse engine is active. You also have 4 cooldowns that increase the damage you deal in various ways, which I will talk about during the video, but you always want to start each pull with 4 stacks of shoulder cannon. Shoulder cannon is a close range attack that deals a moderate amount of kinetic damage, which has its own global cooldown and can be cast while using other abilities. You will want to begin each pull in one of 2 ways, either using Storm to charge your target or Harpoon to bring your target to you. Most bosses are immune to movement effects, so for the purpose of this guide, I'll start off with Storm, which is a gap closing ability that costs no ammo and deals a moderate amount of damage. To begin the pull, use Storm to quickly get into melee range of your target, and immediately cast Stock Strike along with the first charge of your shoulder cannon. Follow that up with High Impact Bolt and another charge of shoulder cannon. Then Ion Pulse with another charge of shoulder cannon. If Pulse Engine has activated, now would be a good time to use Pulse Cannon, noting that you will not be able to use your last charge of shoulder cannon while channeling this ability. The rest of the rotation depends on the amount of ammo that you currently have. Ammo is a 100-point energy bar that regenerates over time and actively based off certain abilities that you use. The general rule is do not let your ammo drop below 60. All damaging abilities cost 16 ammo. So this means that if you are above 76 ammo, you should be using an ability that costs ammo, and if you are below 76, you should be using an ability that costs no ammo, with a few exceptions. For quick visual reference, your ammo bar is made up of 12 yellow bars. If you have 9 bars or above, use an ammo spending ability. As long as you have ammo to spend, use your abilities in the following priority. Stock Strike when it's off cooldown to trigger your Ion Cell, High Impact Bolt when Stock Strike is on cooldown, and you have a periodic ability on your target, and Ion Pulse when the first 2 abilities are on cooldown. When your ammo is below 9 bars, use Hammer Shot to allow it to regenerate. After the initial burst, you will typically cast Hammer Shot every other ability with a few exceptions. Use Energy Blast once you have generated 3 charges of Power Screen, which can usually be followed up by another ammo-based ability. And use Pulse Cannon when Pulse Engine activates, which will replace Hammer Shot in your rotation. Next, I'll briefly go through your damaging, increasing cooldowns and how to use them best. As mentioned before, Shoulder Cannon is a medium damaging ability that builds 4 charges that you can spend on their own global cooldown. The optimal time to use this is during the initial burst to generate the maximum amount of threat, and whenever it is off cooldown after that. In an optimal setting, the next 3 abilities should be used around the same time. Battle Focus increases your critical hit chance as well as your alacrity by a small amount. Reserve Power Cell makes your next ammo costing ability activate with no cost, and Recharge Cells regenerates 50 ammo over 3 seconds. A great time to use these would be during the initial pull. Cast Battle Focus to increase your critical chance. After 2 to 3 abilities, activate Reserve Power Cell, which will allow you to use another hard-hitting ability at no ammo cost. You can now spam your ammo costing abilities until your ammo reaches about half. Activate Recharge Cells, and for the next 3 seconds you can continue to use ammo costing abilities. Once Recharge Cells wears off, return to your normal rotation. That concludes my guide to the basic Vanguard tank rotation. If you have any questions, please post them in the comments and I'll do my best to answer them for you. I'll be releasing more Vanguard tank videos, so if you have any topics that you would like to see, please post them in the comments as well. Thanks for watching.